responsibility. In the worst cases, can it lead anybody to jail?
No, my brother, it's a very nice question. It's a very nice question. Whether it can lead you to jail. Now, civil responsibility has to, remember, they tell us now, say, it has to do with waiting. Every problem where it cause, you go pay for them. Now, there's a particular responsibility that can lead you to jail. Not be civil responsibility. Is it clear? Because for civil responsibility, my brother, you not kill anybody. You just jam person motor. See, now a very simple type of damages. They said, watch, every damage where it costs to person, animal or things. Now, who go pay for them? Now your impresa securatrice. Your insurance company go cover you. No be say because you keep person. You see them now. It is just you bash person car. That you scratch person car, all these kind of things. Is it clear now? So it not they necessarily say you go to jail. You get waiting go lead to jail. We'll soon see it. So not be in this situation. Not in this situation, my brother. Is there any question here? All right. So I expect from you guys quiz immediately after this thing. If you don't do quiz, you go forget them. And I will not do it again. No. I'm promising you that. I will never do it again. So you better, this today's lesson is very, you guys are even few, 12. It's very, very important. Now, the next one is called Responsabilita Penale. Now, everything I don't teach you before, carry and put on one side. I hope you are writing it down because they function, because say many of us, you cannot cram all these things. You can check that it should not be magic. You can't cram it. If you don't write it down, you forget it. I promise you. Penal responsibility. In your jotter now, go to a new paragraph, write penal responsibility. Before we start, watch, we'll read down. Now, what will be penal responsibility? They can say, la responsabilità penale con esso a sinistro stradale è personale. What does it mean? They said, penal responsibility, where you commit for road. It is personal. What does this thing mean, guys? I for like ask question here. Which I will still ask. I for like ask question, my people. I have a question for you guys. But my watch. You remember civil responsibility, Abi? You remember? Hello? Hello?
We are hearing you.
Yes. If you remember civil responsibility, you understand that one no be personal. It affects both the driver and the property owner. Shebuna remember. Watch. My goal here is to break down the differences between that guy and this guy. For this guy, the control us now say na personal. Penal responsibility na personal thing. See, if I borrow Marco my car. Marco can't go outside, go commit accident. Now personal thing. It affects only Marco. It not affect me. It affect the driver in that moment. Are you following me now? They can say, è perciò è carico solo del conducente. See, my students, if you know write and down, we will get wahala here. Can you write it down, please? Hello? Hello?
We are
Hello,
hearing
what
you,
is
Uncle Charles.
No, I'm gonna write and down now. Like this one I explain to now. I'm gonna write. I'll give you time to write. No verse. I'll give you time to write and down.
Please come again, so we can write it down. Sorry, I beg.
They can't say what? My repeater, they can't say responsabilità penale where you commit for road. They say it is personal. Remember, it affects only the driver in that moment. Only the driver. They say I'm now. Now, more repeat, they can't say watch. It is personal. E perciò a carico solo del conducente. It affects only the driver. If you remember civil responsibility, we talk say in that moment, it affects both the driver and the property owner. Even if the property owner they in house, they rest, they watch ball, they relax, they with in family. It come bro person outside the car. It affects two of them. But for penal responsibility, it affects the driver in that moment. Who they drive, now in the effect. See, my people, I don't break them down for now. Now the concept watch. How does it come up? ESA sorge. What's the meaning of ESA? ESA means it. It comes up. What thing go make them come up now? Watch. Number one. Qualora vengono violate norme del codice penale. What does this thing mean? Qualora means whenever. Qualora vengono violate. Whenever you violate the law binding penal code. What does this thing mean, guys? Everybody follow me. They say penal responsibility, they come up whenever you violate everything, the laws wey dey bite penal code. See, penal code na very, very, na, I want to tell you one thing. It's not for you to study it. You get people who say their work not to study them. For example, this law student. It not concern me and you. But the details is what supposed now. Watch. They said, whenever you violate everything we concern penal code, we will see some of them. Watch. They can say, sei sinistro provochi lesioni gravi a persona. What does this mean? If that accident, sinistro in this situation mean accident, it don't mean left. Like I said before, you get some words for Italiano where we say they can use it to explain a lot of things. This thing means if that accident where you cause, it provocates serious damage, serious problem to persons. For example, they had to ampute the person's leg. You see him now. You see him now. In that situation, penal responsibility will come up. Let's go on. In waiting to make and come up again. In caso di omicidio colposo. Waiting be colposo. Somebody die. That accident will happen. Person can't die. Guys, they will now introduce penal code. So we don't see three things we go make and come up. All right. Let's continue. Watch. Non è vero che sorge nei confronti del proprietario del veicolo. You see am now. It is false for you to say it affects the property owner. Se il conducente non è stato identificato, I want to tell you one thing. If Mr. Marco borrow Mr. Tunde his vehicle, now Mr. Tunde can't go outside. Now be the conducente. Can't go keep person. Let's say omicidio colposo, God forbid. Now, Tunde can't run away. They know we can't go Mr. Marco house, go arrest Marco. You see him now. No be responsabilità civile. They will come apply penal responsibility here because they said, even though say the driver, conducente, well, they said, even if the property owner of the vehicle, no they there, but the driver can't run away, wasn't identified. You see, you know they affect the property owner. Are you following me now? So, what I don't do now, I don't break down the difference between civil responsibility and penal responsibility. I don't break it down for us. Let's continue. Now, la responsabilità penale è esclusa. Now, they say penal responsibility is excluded. What thing will make them exclude penal responsibility? What thing will make them exclude them? What thing will make them exclude penal responsibility? That is, in this situation, nothing concerns penal responsibility here. Number one, quando that accident, quando il fatto, quando il sinistro mean the same thing, non sia considerato in un reato. Whenever that accident, when that problem is not considered a crime. So what you don't understand, penal responsibility is being identified as a crime. If that thing is not identified as a crime, they don't go apply penal responsibility. So think about that. If not be crime, they don't go affect. Now think about crime is a big word. Is it clear now? They don't go apply penal responsibility there. Number two, quando il fatto dipende da causa di forza maggiore. What does it mean? Whenever that problem depends on major force. What do you mean major force? Let me explain. Now, for example, people just there for traffic hold up. Let's say formation they call there. People there for that place. All of a sudden, earthquake happen. And before you know, people start jamming each other, boom, from back and front. Guys, they can never apply penal code there because it depends on major force. They call them forza maggiore. It no depend on me and you. Let's call on that one. God forbid, we did. Before you know, a tree just fall, hit person, everybody start jamming each other. Guys, it depends on something else. Is it clear now? Let's say snow fall. All of a sudden, person just go because of the fact that there is no adherence between the contact, between the tire and the ground. Before you know, somebody just go jam on that person. And before you know, everybody start jamming each other. They cannot apply penal code here because it depends on other forces. Now they can say, quando vi siano danni involontari alle sole cose. Please write it down. When they are involuntary, that is something when you don't do purposely. You go jam person load involuntarily. For example, person put in market for road, you can't go jam them. And you did it involuntarily. You don't do it purposely. They say in that situation, they talk about goose, so they don't talk about person. They don't talk about animal. They talk about goose. You go jam person goose involuntarily without you doing it purposely. In that situation, they will not apply penal responsibility. It is being excluded. Non è vero che si esclude quando ci sia stato il risarcimento del danno o quando si sia prestato soccorso alla vittima. Now watch. It is false for me and you to say they go exclude them whenever you pay back that damage. Guys, if you like, you pay for them how you want. If one of these things happen, see, your money no fit take you anywhere. Is it clear now? You're just wasting your time, because when it is penal responsibility, it's a crime. Your money will not take you anywhere. Is it clear? Or you can't also say, okay, God forbid, as the victim person they die, you can't give them first aid. No, I'm sorry. They will still do what they will still apply penal responsibility. Is there any question so far before we continue? Is there any question? So, since there are no questions, I want to tell us one more thing. Everything we don't talk now, keep them aside. Now, go to your jotter, a fresh jotter. You go to your country now, watch. We don't talk about penal responsibility, how it affect them, definition, and who know the affect. Now,
Mr. Chapo,
yes, sir.
I beg, well, this so a la victima. That victima, so I'm confused me well.
No, victim and yeah, actually, I never do this particular lesson. You know, say maybe no join early, I jump am. Now, it simply means doing supposed to mean first aid to a victim person. Victim means person where they victim, person where they jam. That is the person where they in that suffering. That be the victim. Is it clear? Person where commit where they jam. Is it clear? Where they for grand there. That is the victim. Now that's the meaning of victim. All right. This particular part we want to do now. They will now watch, guys. See how they will ask you for your exam. They will not carry it. They will not ask you. See, watch. See the question. Watch. Chi è penalmente e civilmente responsabile di un sinistro stradale? See them now. They don't mix two of them together. My people, what does this thing mean? Do you know you can commit a crime wey go warrant two of them? Do you know? You can commit a crime on the road that will make them to apply these two things. They can't tell you now. Chi è civilmente? Not only civilmente, è penalmente responsabile of an accident where you commit to a person, to a third person, to a third party. Watch. Number one, CO, they don't add two of them together. You see them now. Number one, è soggetto alle pene previsto dal codice penale. Now, this pene means, for example, there are people, there are laws, there are some law students where we say they are work not to, you know, so there are some law students, there are people that they bring out all this law. Is it clear? Constitution and everything. If you want, you can study it. You know, concern me and you, but understand that codice penale long way. They don't explain for patente. Na materia for school. Now, some people they study. Na subject. Is it clear? So you can go and study it on your own. They don't explain it here. Now, understand that they say that the person will be subjected to the laws binding to this penal code. If that penal code say you go prison, you go prison. If that penal code say you go 20 years in prison, you go 20 years. Is it clear now? These are examples. All right, let's continue. They say the person will be subjected. That is, if you commit something that has to do with penale and civile together, the person will be subjected to these laws where they bind penal code. Number two, è tenuto a risarcimento dei danni. Watch now. If they add two of them together, in this situation, you can pay your damages. Are you following me now? Chi è penalmente, nobody penalmente, also civilmente responsible of an accident. Two of them together, they can say you can pay in money. You have to pay your damages. If I commit crime, you can pay me. If I commit something for road, I can pay with money. That is not the crime. Now, who is making noise? I can pay these damages. Now watch. Thirdly, qualora abbia violato nome del codice della strada, è soggetto anche a responsabilità amministrativa e quindi a relativa sanzione. Guys, watch. They can't tell us now, say, when you commit these two things together, they can't say, watch. The person now, qualora means whenever the person violates the laws where they buy this codice of the road, the code of the road, they say the person will be subjected to something called responsabilità amministrativa. Waiting be administrative responsibility. Think about that. It has to do with multa. That is why they will send you multa to your house. That's why they send your husband multa. That's why they send your wife multa. Think about it. Sometimes if you pass with red light, they will say, okay, multa will just come meet you for house. Guys, because you don't commit what they call responsabilità amministrativa. Is it clear now? All right. They can also give you other things. They can also give you other things. Remember, I say they will still come up point for your patente. There are many things involved. Let's continue. Now, lastly, they can say, può incorrere nella sospensione. Now, if these two things happen, penale and civile, they said it can warrant to what? Sospensione della patente. Write it down. Not only sospensione, revoca. That is your patent. They will say, ciao, ciao, your patent. Say, bye-bye. You don't go see your patent again. They will cancel them from their computer. Also, they can also do revisión de la patente de guida. It can warrant to all these things. That is only when you commit a crime that has to do with these two guys, what they call civile and penale together. They can apply this situation. Now they can say, watch, non è vero. It is false for you to say, è sempre soggetto all'arresto preventivo. What do you mean arresto preventivo? They said, watch, the thing here, the key word is sempre. It can happen, but it's not always like that. They said, it is false for you to say the person is always subjected to preventive arrest. Preventive arrest can be maybe they'll just arrest you for a while. Guys, it is not always like that. From what my brother asked before, it is not always like that. Whenever you commit, watch, in a situation of these two things together, penal and civile together, it's not always like that. That's the key word, always. Non è vero che è sempre soggetto all'arresto preventivo. Watch, è che non può continuare a guidare il veicolo nella stessa categoria. It is false for you to say that person cannot continue to drive vehicle of that same category. For example, if the person they drive Patente B, every time Patente B is supposed to drive, you know, we can say, okay, because of this problem we commit of civil and penal, it cannot continue driving that same type of vehicle. Is there any question, guys? Is there any question?
It's a